What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to give you some more information about a story we've been talking about that hit the mainstream media yesterday involving this little girl right here, 12-year-old Jacqueline Torres, found behind the abandoned building out there in Connecticut in the storage bin where she was dropped off by these three people right here. Her mother's boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend now, her mother, and her aunt of this little girl. Now, these people went to court today, and I came across the actual court video where, you know, you can hear people shouting out. I mean, people getting thrown out of court, and them looking up there stupid in front of the judge, trying to act like they need some sympathy or mercy from them, which they should not get any for the way they treated this girl. This 12-year-old girl, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with the story, was starved and beaten until the day she took her last breath. And they're saying she's been dead over a year, stored in the container in the basement of a house before they moved. And when they moved, they took her and dropped her off behind an abandoned building on their way to their next destination of devilishment. I'm going to show you this court video, but before that, if some of you guys aren't familiar with the story, here's the original story. Court video will follow behind it. Thanks for watching.
First up here at noon, developing news in New Britain. A family has identified a set of human remains discovered this week as a 12-year-old girl. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on Eyewitness News. I'm Caitlin Nuclo. We want to get right to that developing news. That young girl's remains were found in a container on Wednesday outside of an abandoned home on Clark Street. And that's where we find your reporter, Dylan Fearon, live. So, Dylan, what have you learned?
Well, Caitlin, the victim is 12-year-old Jacqueline Torres. Her father confirmed that to Channel 3 this morning. And Jacqueline's father told us today that he hadn't seen or spoken to his daughter since at least January 29th, which was Jacqueline's 12th birthday. So her father told us this morning that he's tried to get a hold of her, tried to speak to her, tried to see her, but hadn't since at least January. So her father fears that Jacqueline may have been dead potentially for several months. Now, of course, police will have to confirm that, but investigators are working around the clock to piece everything together to determine a timeline leading up to Wednesday's discovery. Right now, the memorial outside the abandoned home where Jacqueline's remains were found is growing, and of course, neighbors and friends are shocked right now.
Because this was a small child. You don't do that to a child that's coming into this life and learning. Who knows if he's going to be a lawyer or a president? You know, you don't know what this child had in mind. Why take her life away like that? And then throw her away like you're garbage, you're not worth a dime. No, you don't do that to a human being.
And Caitlin, some more friends and family here right now playing music. Jacqueline's nickname was Mimi. You can see written on one of the wooden boards there, R.I.P. Mimi. Tio loves you. Her uncle loves her. Caitlin, right now we are waiting to hear back from the medical examiner's office as an autopsy on Jacqueline's remains are being conducted. We're also waiting for an update from the New Britain Police Department to see if an arrest or potentially multiple arrests in this case are made. We'll keep everybody updated on air and, of course, on the Channel 3 app. I'm your reporter live in New Britain today, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Carla Garcia, she is 29 years old, currently resides in New Britain. She is a lifelong resident of the state of Connecticut, currently employed. Some high school education reported to our office. No substance use issues, but some mental health issues have been reported. In regards to cases, no pending matters, Your Honor. Last conviction was April of 2019, again out of New Britain, assault in the third degree. She was placed on a one-year suspended, 2 years probation. No other criminal record found for Ms. Garcia. In regards to this matter, bond was set at $5 million. That bond appears appropriate. I recommend that bond remain as set.
Set at $5 million. State is asking for special conditions of no contact with Jonathan.
Count one, I believe it's count one, but your client is entitled to probable cause hearing.
Yes, Judge.
Is she aware of that?
We talked to 3 places.
to have the excludable time at this point until the next court date.
So, what court date are you requesting?
11/14, please.
Now, with respect to the probable cause hearing, is there an objection to the court excluding the time calculating the time within which that hearing must be held?
No, Judge, we have investigation that we need to be doing.
Okay, so the time between now and November 14th is excluded for purposes of calculating the time within which probable cause hearing met conditions as requested by the state. Bond is going to be ordered post.
Authorization for client counsel, and if you have just a moment, please.
The public defender is appointed when assigned counsel is authorized.
Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Bill, Commissioner.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Nanita is 30 years old, outstanding out of New Britain Police Department. Date of the warrant is October 11th of this year. Destroying or tampering with evidence. The bond on that matter is $750,000. So again, that's still outstanding at the New Britain Police Department. Most recent convictions, December 9th of 2022 out of New Britain, interfering 364 days jail consecutive, reckless endangerment in the first degree on the same file, again 364 days jail consecutive. He also had a violation of probation. The probation was terminated on that same date. Underlying charge was a burglary in the first degree. He pled out in that in 2014 out of GA 15. It was 12 years after 6 years to serve, 5 years probation. The underlying charge was burglary in the second degree, 5 years jail concurrent. In a larceny first on that file, which was a
State is asking that bond remain as set at $5 million. State is asking for non-timing.
burglary in the second degree conviction in 2015. On this matter, same thing, the bond was set at $5 million. That appears appropriate. I'd recommend at least that bond remain as set.
I'm going to echo Attorney O'Neill's request that he not be ordered to cooperate with DCF.
Attorney Longwell, objection to the time between now and November 14th being excluded for purposes of calculating the time within which.
Get out of here, get out of the courtroom, leave the courtroom, leave the courtroom now, get out of the courtroom.
Mr. Bill, Commissioner.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. So Ms. Garcia, she is 28 years of age, residing in New Britain, has been there for 2 months, lifelong resident of the state of Connecticut. Not currently employed at this time, was looking for warehouse style work, does have high school education and a little bit beyond that as well. Some medical issues reported to our office, prior substance use, no mental health issues reported. In regards to cases, she is currently on parole. There is a parole remand lodged. She's on parole out of a case for New Britain, pled out September 11th. So she pled out in New Britain, September 11th, 2024, risk of injury to a child, 10.
Attorney Roper.
Your Honor, did review this warrant. Your Honor.
Remand has been lodged. The max date for that parole is April 19th of 2026. That is her only criminal conviction on this matter. Bond was
Is going to ask that bond remain as set on the warrant at $1 million. State would ask for the following non-timing.
Clerk's office.
Yes, Your Honor, I have provided them to the clerk's office and with a copy to the court monitor.
Attorney.
Your Honor, I don't have not a lot of money for bond. The parole hold, obviously, just ask for a reasonable one.
Sure, surety. I'm going to order that you have no contact with those individuals who are identified by Attorney Roper. I am not going to order in cooperation with DCF to the extent that I think that could have an impact on health.
That'll be on the